Alright, hey, it's AG Surfer back again. Yeah. Let's see, this is number. This might be the fifth video of the day. I figured after, I'm not. got the day after work. I'm not working. It's too hot outside. It's actually pretty warm outside. And actually, well, now it's probably cooling off quite a bit. But figured I'd shoot some videos and go from there. Talk about the books I've been sitting on for quite some time. But yeah, this goes out. The gentleman I was trying to think of before was Ray Jr. It was phenomenal to meet Ray Jr. in Vegas at the Vegas Con from last year, and see some of the sketches and some of the signatures and things he was getting done at that con. That guy was hustling, and he knows his stuff, and he knows what he goes after the books he wants, and gets phenomenal sketch work and autographs. And we met in the CGC line. Prior to the CGC line, I met him when I was digging through some short boxes, looking for some books, and he asked me a couple of questions, and he thought I was the guy that worked for. He thought I was part of, was a vendor. So it was a good moment. Great guy. It was definitely cool seeing him. Now, Cholula's Comics. Going to another great YouTuber. Cholula's Comics took care of me on the next set of books I'm going to show. These books. And these couple of books, actually, these were from East Coast Comic Con of last year. These were loose books I got signed by Joe Gila. I didn't feel like submitting at the time. I thought, nah, I'm not worried about it. But then CBCS offered up a deal on their witness signature verification program, where I believe instead of the first one being $25, it's like $20 or $25 for the signature verification. I'll say $25. They said the first one would be $15, and everything after that would be $10, I believe. So it was a deal they offered up last year. Was it last year? Man, time flies. Actually, or it may have been, it was last year or earlier this year. Either way. So I sent these books. I got a stack of books that I had loose autographs on that I always wanted to be verified. But these ones were a no-brainer because I physically got the autographs from the artists. And let me just show them off. Hopefully my lighting's still okay. Batman 200. It's got the bag on it. I didn't take them off. These ones are fit the slab very well. Batman 200. Now I got it signed by Neil Adams years ago when I met Neil Adams, and then I just added that Joe Gila from last year. And Cholula pressed and cleaned these books for me as well before they got submitted. So who knows what it would have been without a press and clean. The grade would definitely would have been less. It could have been, I don't know, 3.5, 4.0. Either way, stoked with that one. I don't think there's any artwork on the back, no. But he did a fantastic job taking care of my books, doing the best he could, pressing and cleaning them, and then getting those sent off to CBCS for that signature verification. And here's another one that I got Joe Gila on last year. This one I probably should have submitted because the grade was kind of high, but to be honest, with all the books I was submitting at East Coast Comic Con, it's all about the money too. It's all about the funds. I did quite a bit at East Coast Comic Con last year that whatever I could hold back would help save some money. So, but again, I knew this signature was legit. Come back a nice 6.0, Batman 180. Really happy with that. Now, here's the book that I wasn't going to submit because I knew it was banged up and beat up. And it's the lowest grade comic book I have in my collection. But the price I paid for the book, there's no friggin' way I was going to leave it behind when I got it. And I think it presents really well. Batman 181, First Poison Ivy. And there you go. I wanted the Joe Gila. It was all, and again, meeting Joe Gila, he's the banner. He's all the artists. When you go to conventions, they tend to have that flyer or that banner that would state, who they are, and then obviously that's the location device, right? You see the banner, or you see the name, you'll go, this is where the guy's at. This is the booth he's at. When the booth is empty. So, but Joe Gila's got his nice sign up there and a lot of his credentials, so to speak. And it mentions, Joe Gila, the last living legend as far as Batman artists go, he's, you know, the last living legend of the Batman artwork. And so that was new to me because I would DC. It's kind of like DC's kind of, is compared to Marvel. DC's my kryptonite compared to Marvel. So, but yeah, just phenomenal meeting him, and just stoked to get that autograph and submitting it with Cholula and getting that 0.5. I don't care. Yeah, he really pressed and cleaned the best he could. He got a lot of the dust and some of the dirt off. It's really bright. It's cool. A big part of this is because of all the issues the book has, and then it's missing the centerfold. You know, but look at it's all the staining. There's a lot of staining on the back. I paid like $30 for the book though, so that's why I'm not tripping. Later on, I could always I'll definitely upgrade, get a way better copy, but until then, I was really just happy to have this. So. And thanks again to Cholula's Comics. So these were the ones from East Coast Comic Con. The Joe Gila. And these were books that I've had in my collection way back when, since the mid 80s, when I started collecting comic books and buying and going to that Comic Zone. No longer exists. Great name for a comic book store though, the Comic Zone in Fremont, California. And the guy behind the counter was Scott. That's all I remember, his first name. The guy that ran the comic book store. One of the coolest guys ever. Taught myself, my brother, and my other two buddies how to collect. So this book here, X-Men, after that story, and then I showed the wrong book. The Uncanny X-Men issue 133. This was actually a book I purchased offline that was signed. They said it was signed by Terry Austin. So this one I never got. You know, I purchased it hoping the signature would be legit, and it is. Based on the CBCS signature verification. That's a Terry Austin autograph. Now I got the Chris Claremont added to it much later. Back in like 2013 actually. My first convention in 2013, Portland Comic Con. Hanging out with my brother Tat Comics, and we get the signatures. First time meeting Stan Lee, and then getting Chris Claremont, Mike Golden, to name a few. This one, however, this is the Comic Zone comic from Fremont, California. I got Chris Claremont on it, and let's see, I don't know that it's going to come in. And John Byrne. So I got John Byrne to sign the splash page way back when. Meeting John Byrne at a comic book store, and he was it was John Byrne. John Byrne was probably the second time getting autographs, and I didn't know about autographs back then. They just signed the inside of the comic book with like a Bic pen or whatever. But meeting John Byrne with my brother at a comic book store, and we just bring our X-Men books and we get him to sign the interior page. And it was awesome meeting John Byrne way back when. And Jim Salkrup, Jim the editor, was there as well. He autographed a couple of them as well that he was involved with. So I got the Chris Claremont from Portland Comic Con of 2013, and then the John Byrne and Jim Salkrup, that was from like, gosh, what was that, 90? That might have been like 97 or something. But 9.6 white pages, 9.4 white pages. Extremely stoked. And Cholula did a fantastic job on pressing and cleaning these books, you know, while he had them, to get the best, so I can get the best grade possible. And they weren't in that bad shape to begin with, but they had their issues. They definitely had some of their issues. Some waviness, you know, but these books, I love them. So, like I say, this one was from the comic book store in Fremont. Where am I at? 9 minutes. And so is this, issue 136. This is all the Dark Phoenix, part of the Dark Phoenix storyline. Actually, it is the Dark Phoenix storyline. Yeah. So 130, 134, 135, 136. Again, signed by Chris Claremont, and then John Byrne on the splash page. 9.6 white pages. So it's nice to know that my signatures, I mean, like the ones I get physically from the guys, those are nice to know those come back. Those should be coming back legit, because I physically got those autographs. I met the artist, I met the writer. This one came back. It's a 9/8 white pages. That's phenomenal. Chris Claremont, Jim Salcrup on the interior, on the page, splash page, and along with John Byrne. So that was a huge thanks to Cholula Comics for that. Super stoked. Love my X-Men. Don't mind these labels at all. Don't even mind these. These books are awesome. I love them. They're just a great thing to add to my collection of X-Men books as well. And with that being said, just want to again thank all the folks out there who tune in and watch my vids if they want to take the time to do that, because there's a lot going on these days. And still again wishing everyone all the best. Everyone stay safe. And like I said, I think we're on the way out of this one. Hopefully we can this thing will die down and die off, and the rest of the year shall be cool, right? Later.